Those seizures are the sign of something serious.
You need treatment.
I can't do that. I have a daughter to raise.
And that's exactly why you need to.
You're gonna go and stay with Aunt Elizabeth and Uncle William.
Back as soon as you can.
I love you, Katie.
Please, drive.
So we're going to talk about what we just saw in that trailer of the movie. This is a movie review of Fathers and Daughters, 2015 film where a Pulitzer Prize winner checks himself into a mental health facility after the loss of his wife. He's raising his daughter. So much is going on there. His daughter is trying to figure things out, figure out life, figure out the ropes, and you see so much in the movie. The main character is Russell Crowe, who is the father, and then his daughter is played by Amanda Seyfried, and she falls in love with Aaron Paul, and Octavia Spencer's in the movie as well. I gotta be honest with you, I was a little reluctant to watch it because of the title, Fathers and Daughters, and I unfortunately lost my father in 2019, so I was like a little bit here, erring on the side of caution, but all in all, I really enjoyed the film. It is on the longer side, about 2 hours, but again, there was so much to be learned there, and because I found myself watching this journey, watching her story unfold, watching his story unfold, and just really seeing the reality of how we deal with that. And not only that, but I would say the 3 takeaways would be how, one, we get put in predicaments where we've got to show up as so many different roles, but we don't really have inside of us the capacity to do that based on the losses that we've experienced. Secondly, how family, when sometimes there's, how can I say, this tragedy that happens and they need to point a finger at someone. And so a person who's already what we might consider a victim or the bereaved person then becomes a victim of someone else's guilt and someone else's issue. So there was just so much to be had there. And then 3, when we try to lean into those areas of our lives that were the most troubled, and how that then exemplifies our characteristics and our personality and who we are, and just it's just so much there, and the importance of that and how it shows up in relationships. So those are like some of my key takeaways there. I don't feel that the movie was overly emotional. I do think there were some moments more so towards the end where it was a little bit tearjerkery, but for the most part, it was just really the realities that people go through. And one of those things, again, where grief will meet you where you are. And also sometimes when we go through certain trauma and we go through certain things, it triggers, I'll just give you that, it triggers some other parts of our lives that weren't previously an issue or a problem. And how can I forget unresolved conflict, and then tragedy striking, and then the guilt from that. It's just so much going on in the movie, but I personally enjoyed it. I think all of the actors did a phenomenal job. It was really cool to see Octavia Spencer in the movie as well. Definitely check it out. I watched it on Amazon Prime, but there were definitely other options to watch it on. Again, I want to keep bringing these movies to us and showing, highlighting and bringing awareness to what they're talking about. Grief is one of those things that just kind of gets pushed under the rug, and we don't really address it the way that we should, and we don't really show how the mourning process actually looks, which is the outward expression of grief. And so I'm excited, and you can say, well, you're excited to talk about grief. Well, I'm excited to bring awareness and to bring healing to those people who might not otherwise saw it. And sometimes we don't really know what we're going through until we see it in someone else's story. So it's not just on the big screen. That is the reality of people's lives, but we all like to watch movies. So I feel like it's another vehicle to bring more awareness and eyes to grief. Listen, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you leave a review, drop a comment, share it with someone else. I truly do appreciate that. I do always want to give a trigger warning. You never know, depending on where you are in your grief journey, how these types of movies could play on you and affect you in so many different ways. So definitely, if you check the film out, leave a review, let me know your thoughts. Listen, I just want to continue to keep getting this out there, sharing. If you have any suggestions as well, movies that you want to see me review or talk about, definitely drop that in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback and continue to grow. Thank you for allowing me to share my love and light with you. Always, you already know. Peace.